Bodybuilding is one of them things that not many people get. And I get that, I really do. But once you have this thing with bodybuilding, this thing of self-improvement and being able to build upon yourself every single year, doing something that not many people on this planet can do, I feel like that's something that I'm excited about. I've been competing in bodybuilding for around about 5 years now, and I never knew that this is what I wanted to do when I first started. I didn't know that I wanted to be one of the best that ever stood on the stage. I never had that feeling inside me. I just wanted to try something new. This is going to be one of the biggest years of my life, but I'm here for it. I've prepared the best that I possibly can to put myself in the best position this year. Trust me when I say this. The time is now. What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the YouTube channel, and welcome back to a new series. The time is now. This is the one season to rule them all, and I'm super excited to bring this to you. We've been given this unique opportunity to kind of bring you this. Fortunately, we are actually legally allowed to be here. We've got a videographer on hand, which is still allowed to be going. A huge proportion of my income, especially considering I'm prepping, is coming from this type of series. So, fortunately, and also fortunately to the Grow Room, which is where we are right now. So we'll give you a little bit of a backstory on those guys. They're actually based in a building actually just right behind us, but unfortunately it burned down to an unfortunate accident, and they moved their whole gym into this tent. So we're now in this Grow tent that they've called it. Amazing play on words there. And we've been given this opportunity to come in here, film on our own, and get through my prep the best that I can. So I thought I would give you a first-hand look around this gym, a full Grow tent tour, and so you guys can see what we're going to be training out of for the next however many weeks, however many months, until Boris lets us out. So I'm going to give you a full tour of this gym so you know what we're working with and know what we're looking towards. Let's go. So first up, we've got a huge, bearing in mind we're in a tent, bearing in mind we're out in a field somewhere, we've got this huge rack of both their sets of dumbbells, even the heavy ones at the end, which can't even find a rack. Everything here is rubber matted. We've got 4 or 5 benches here, so when the gym is open, there's plenty of room. Leg equipment, this is kind of the leg area in this position here. So there's an awesome old school, this is the cool thing about this gym, is lots of cool old school stuff. We've got the Cybex extension and curl. We've got single legs and unilaterals on both sides. And then of course we've got our bigger leg equipment like the pendulum squat. This is the XTR version, which actually is pretty darn good. And we've also got this is like the Atlantis pendulum gym shop replica, which is a really good hack squat. We can get a good 7-8 plates on there. We've got the lateral leg press, which is probably my favorite leg press of all time. Comes in at such a good angle, great range for getting those quads in. And then we've got our leg extent, we've got our leg presses, 3 leg presses, single hamstring curl here, glute drive, the hyperextension machine and the hyperextension machine here. It's a very, very good place to grow some legs, and it's a very good place to kind of get busy with it. So I'm happy with that. As we come round, we've kind of got the hip extension and abduction, hip abduction and adductions. We've got these little bits and bobs that are just floating around this place. Obviously, because we're not in the main building, we've had to kind of make do, and they've had to shift things so that they fit here. But cool things like the Nautilus kind of RDL machine or stiff leg machine, the hammer strength shoulder press here. And then you've got 2 big deadlift platforms. They provide deadlift bars, they provide squat bars, so powerlifting type comp. There's powerlifting comp plates that we have all calibrated here as well. But these are all, everything here is leveled out, everything here is perfect for a deadlift and whatnot. And we you've even got things here for more powerlifters. We've got the power cage here, which is kind of the manual version of the, I don't know, powerlifter's going to show me, but whatever the thing that comes out is. You've got the Viking press. Not that I'm ever going to use this, not that you're ever going to see me on this, but they have it for anyone who is interested. And then just an arrangement of bars and plates and everything to cover. This is kind of more of a push section. So the nice thing about this is they have made this a sort of home and a destination, and you know where each section is, and it works really well. So you've got a little bit of push. This is probably my favorite push machine I've ever used, with the Precore cable machine. And then you've got an assortment of inclines, and then you've kind of got a little bit of a back section around here with the rear delts, the pull downs, one of my favorite pull downs. Another little bit of shoulders here, and then again a little bit of back here. So this is kind of upper back and pull section, which works well. So a little bit more push stuff as we come around the side of the tent. We've got a lateral reverse machine. There's flat presses along the side of the dip machine. This is like a lateral delt raise. There's also a rear delt raise as well. A big competition powerlifting bench, which for a lot of people is a big draw. They've got the gym shop fly, flat benches, and then of course we've got the Smith machine, and this is just an absolute incredible machine. This Atlantis Smith machine. I can't wait to get on this later today. Best T-bar row in the game, Precore. Maybe the Watsons get there, but Precore. A nice little pull over here. We've got the hammer strength pulls here, and then again some more stuff like hammer strength shoulder press, which is just so nice. And there's these cool little quirky things as you do come through. Cable machine as always, and then kind of at the end here we've kind of got our arm machines, where you've got a nice cool old school tricep extension, the Precore tricep extension, and then these kind of array of old school Life Fitness and Cybex bicep curls, which are absolutely on the money. So there's a little bit of a cardio section as well over here. One treadmill, one Stairmaster, a couple of bikes, because we're in a tent and they've moved the whole gym out, which is just incredible. The one amazing thing about this gym is that they're constantly reinvesting, and they're getting new bits of equipment even while we're during this lockdown. So whenever you do, whenever we get out of this, you've got to come down here. It's such a good place. Let's go on with the video. Oh my God, graceful. First exercise, we're just going to come in with a clavicular fly. Something that's going to be able to get that pec nice and short straight off the bat, and just working on that top line. Everyone's got collarbones they need to hide. That's what we're going to be trying to do with this exercise. Wowee. It's the pump. So we're going to hit a low incline dumbbell press. Me and Bridgman, for those of you guys who love the BBC or into the BBC or know any of the BB or C, me and Bridgman have always had a little bit of a push competition. He beats me sometimes, I beat him sometimes. We were saying the other day we're going to pick an exercise that we're both going to do over prep, because obviously we can't train together. And then we're both going to see if we can beat each other. So I've gone first with the low incline dumbbell press. Let's see what we can get. Hey! Alright. Oh baby. I'll take 10. I'll take 10. I'm not happy, but I'll take 10. Hey. So we're going to come on to a reverse banded Smith flat press. You can just see the function of the band here. So we have positions, I've said this many times on the channel, we've had positions where our muscles are strong and weak. The position of weakness for our pecs is in a very lengthened position. And you can see from this, it's only going to load you when you're in that top range. When we've got a bit of weight on there, it's going to pull you down, but you can see it's going to be lighter at the bottom, and it's going to gradually get heavier, because our pecs essentially go from a weak to strong position. So it basically just matches those profiles. Nothing fancy, but it does the job well. That's a good start. Haven't been on these machines, haven't done a dumbbell press or a Smith press since before Dubai, since December. So 4 or 5 weeks off these. Give me a couple of weeks, I'll be feeling good. Movement patterns will be back. Push some weight on here again. Three sets on the delts, and then we're into arms. So it's just 3 exercises on chest. Pretty big movements though. And then kiss the delts, because we hit delts every other session, and then we're gonna have arms. But we'll go through the full training program and the rest of the exercise and how we're setting things up in episode 2 or 3. Stay tuned. So on to our first, we're going tricep, bicep. So it's a little bit more biceps today. But because we've got one or the first tricep exercise, we're going to be pretty fatigued just from a lot of pressing anyway. So there's not loads that needs to be kissed on these. But right here, we're just trying to create a pretty stable environment. We've got the bench here, straight to lock in place, which is going to allow for our spine support. Which is going to allow for our spine support and basically our whole body support. We're going to cross these over so that they fall in line with the triceps and the way that you pull. A lot of people will close grip press like this. Well, you're missing out on the full extension of the tricep, and that's all we're going to be doing here with the crossover cuffs here, which you can get on tithe.co.uk/1mr, link in the bio. Wow. We'll come on to our final exercise here. This is just some old school piece of bicep equipment, which you can kind of change where the angle drops off a little bit. But it's a really, really good piece of equipment. The Paramount it's called. Just going to do a couple sets on there. We're done. A lot of this first period of, probably the first couple of weeks, is going to be fortifying the movements, learning those movement patterns. I haven't been in this gym since kind of December time, and I haven't done a lot of these movements for over a month, 6 weeks. So it's going to take a bit of time for you to relearn that movement pattern and get yourself into a position where you're feeling really good in the movement and you know it very well. You'll learn to recruit muscle much better. You'll learn to perform the exercise much better. So we're going to wrap this first video up. We are going to call the first episode done. A little bit of insight to the place that we're training. We've got a video coming up on the full training split that I'm going to be taking throughout the whole process. We'll go over my initial macros. We've got an off-season summary coming in as well, so we can take exactly what we did over the last 18 to 20 months, a bit longer, 2 years maybe, and we'll break it down step by step, and we'll just make sure that we fully understand what went into building a little bit more muscle. So we'll leave it. Thanks very much. Tune in soon. Peace and love, everybody. Peace.